Hello, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Negron from Cypress Springs Elementary. I'm so glad you're here with us on our 9th night of our 12 Days of Christmas reading event. Tonight, I am reading The Christmas Pups by Teresa Bateman and illustrated by John Chancellor. Let's get started. The Christmas Pups. Icy rain fell. Cars roared by as 3 puppies shivered in a cardboard box that was slowly falling apart. Rough and Tough crouched against their little sister Penny, trying to block the wind. They had been in a car too, before their box was dumped. Where were they now? "I'm hungry," Tough said. A horn blared. "It's not safe here," Rough barked. But where could they go? What could they do? All they could see was pavement, lights, and the rain turning to snow. Headlights caught the box. Rough poked his nose over the top. Brakes squealed. A warm scarf wrapped around them. They were gently placed in the back seat of a car. Confused but too tired to worry, they curled up as the ka-chunk, ka-chunk of the wheels lulled them to sleep. Rough, Tough, and Penny blinked away in a warm pen. Next door, an older dog smiled. "Welcome to the shelter. I'm Brownie. Now have something to eat and drink, and Merry Christmas." "Where are we?" Rough yipped. "Is there more food?" Tough yapped. "What's Christmas?" Penny asked. The older dog settled down. "Christmas is ginger cookies under the table, red glittery tree balls you're not supposed to play with, and a stocking with your name on it. It's twinkly lights, sweet songs, gifts for those who you love, and being with your family." "Sounds wonderful," Penny sighed. "It is," Brownie agreed, "and it's coming tomorrow. Lots of people give puppies as gifts. Behave and you'll find out about Christmas." "What about you?" Penny asked. "People like puppies best," Brownie replied. "Don't worry about me. I've had my share of Christmases. Things have a way of working out. This year, it's your turn." Rough, Tough, and Penny yipped in happy anticipation. They tumbled and played for a bit, then plopped into a pile. As Penny fell asleep, Rough nudged Tough. "Let's give Penny a family for Christmas," he whispered. Tough blinked. "She has a family, us. But we don't have a home. She might get one. We're the only puppies here," Rough pointed out. "Brownie says people pick puppies. If you and I are bad, people will have to pick Penny." "But we won't be together," Tough whispered. "We won't anyway," Rough replied sadly. "Nobody's going to take 3 puppies. Let's just do our best to make sure Penny gets a family for Christmas." The noise woke them a little later. "It's time," Brownie announced. Dogs were barking. Cats in the room were meowing. "Time for what?" Penny asked. "Time for people to choose pets," Brownie said softly. "This is the last day before Christmas. Now remember what I said. Behave." Rough, Tough, and Penny watched as the other animals were taken into the arms of smiling families, but it seemed nobody wanted them. "Puppies are too much work," they heard more than once. It was a long day. A few people seemed interested in the puppies, but Rough and Tough didn't think they were a good fit. They wanted the perfect family for Penny for Christmas. So whenever hands reached in for them, Rough and Tough yipped and fought each other. The day was almost over. "It looks like you're going to miss Christmas this year," Brownie sighed. Rough and Tough licked Penny. Their plan had failed. At least we're still together," said Rough. Just then the door opened. A family entered, 2 older boys elbowing each other and laughing. Behind them came a little girl, quiet but smiling. "I want that one, and that one, and that one," the boys cried, pointing everywhere. Their mother shook her head. "This is your sister's present. She gets to choose. You 2 already have plenty of animals on the farm." "It's not the same," one boy protested. "A horse can't sleep on your bed, and cows don't fetch sticks," the other added. The puppies watched as the family moved closer. Rough and Tough looked at the little girl. She was quiet like Penny. She was happy like Penny. They nodded at each other. When the family reached them, Rough and Tough nudged Penny. "A puppy," the little girl said. 3 puppies, explained the shelter worker. "They came in together. Any of them would be a good choice." Rough and Tough waited to get everyone's attention. Then they did their worst. They barked, bounced, and pounced on each other, making Penny look like the best behaved puppy in the world. "Those are great puppies," said the two boys. "Look at them run. Listen to them bark." Penny stared at her brothers. What were they doing? Then she was scooped out and held in the little girl's arms. It felt just right. She licked the girl on the cheek. The girl giggled. Penny snuggled. "Looks like a match to me." The workers smiled. Rough and Tough kept barking and bouncing just to be sure. "That's quite enough," Brownie ordered. "I see what you're doing. Now behave." They immediately settled down. Their plan was a success. Penny would have a family for Christmas. She looked back at them as they yipped, "Good luck." Rough and Tough tried to smile, knowing it would probably be the last time they saw her. "Why that one?" of the boys asked as the door closed behind them. Rough and Tough slumped to the floor. "We did it," Rough said. Tough nodded but whimpered a little. "At least we've got each other." When the door opened again, Rough and Tough didn't look up. It couldn't be for them. But then two sets of excited yet gentle hands picked them up. "This one's mine. This one's mine," two voices shouted. "Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad." Rough and Tough looked up into the faces of the two boys. The boy's mother shook her head. "What are we going to do with 3 puppies?" Her husband smiled. "Maybe we need an older dog to keep them in line," he suggested, nodding to the pen next door. "There's plenty of room on the farm." Brownie stepped out and rubbed against the man's leg. Tough looked at Rough. "I guess things do work out after all," he said with a happy yip. "Merry Christmas." "The merriest," Rough barked in return. My favorite book is definitely the part where all of the dogs go home together. Do you have a favorite part of the book? Take a moment and discuss it with whomever you are with. Thank you for joining us tonight for our story. I hope that you're able to join us tomorrow night for another story. Good night.